would say plot is character. Aristotle said it before me. Plot is character.
Is that different than structure?
It is. Structure, there's a lot of mystique about story structure in Hollywood. I have a whole chapter of it in the way of story. But structure is simply the sequence of your scenes. That's why structure is probably more important in screenplay than any other form of narrative writing. It's always important in novels and too, but especially screenplays. So just by sometimes rearranging the order of your scenes, that's what I do as a writing consultant. I may change things around. It can be a totally different script or book.
You know, so.
Well, writing is rewriting. Any form of writing is, of course, that's where it happens. You know, one of the things that influenced me as I was an undergraduate at University of Texas in Austin, and I loved reading, and I kept delaying writing plays. I was in the drama department then, because I thought, well, it won't be Chekhov or Shakespeare, so why bother? Why should I bother? You know, I'm never going to come up to that mark. And then I got permission. People may not know, but University of Texas has one of the largest original manuscript collections in the world. So even as an undergraduate, I got a pass to go in and hold in my hand and read George Bernard Shaw's Pygmalion, the poems of Dylan Thomas, the plays of Tennessee Williams, and so on. And I remember looking at Fern Hill, one of Thomas's great poems, and on one line, just one word, he had crossed out that word 9 times and added 9 more words and crossed them out. And I had this epiphany. I thought Fern Hill didn't come out fully baked. It went through a process.
That's right.
And that was a turning point for me, because I thought, you know, you have a first draft and then you've got something to work with. But when we pick up and read a great play or novel, we think it comes out like that, you know, like from the head of Zeus or something, but it doesn't.
That's true. Out.
I had the good fortune during my acting days I was in a Broadway production of Death of a Salesman. And we were out of town in Philadelphia with the pre-Broadway. And we were having problems. George C. Scott was directing, and he was abusing himself a lot, you know, with drugs and drink. And angriest man I ever met in my life. So he was, and Marty Balsam then was our Willie Loman. And he was making it hard for all of us. Anyway, George was fired. And guess who they flew in the last 10 days of rehearsal? Arthur Miller.
Oh, wow.
So we had the privilege of having Miller direct us those final 10 days. So I got to know him a little bit. And I asked him once over a meal, I said, because I was thinking of writing my first long play then, the Virginia Woolf play. And I said, how many drafts of Death of a Salesman did you do? He thought for a moment and he said, 35.
Wow.
35. So that's the process.
Yes, yes.
So not only as a writer, but later a teaching of writing, that, you know, these were little turning points along the way.